Awal family ambu, gamete mali angana ziadu siku, mwa charu kule gamete mala zinga zaru kule. Teri mi odu koni, echaki ni sodu ke mi vure ito tunume America me apimusi. Odu amani nzlar me obazu. Afamani kana I baro people wara tu alururi. Akini ini nzlar de tere le nzlar ma quality ma de divinity. Asuna ma du siti mali asmena de siti ma ura ruin. Adi nikini nzlar de bati mo kwandar le. Mitan kanda de kani toia mabrani neko afamani le riba manjilari ki wala wala mutka kani njumbu tka maleki bati papas machiki pikipiki maleki dini basi tieri kire kirsale mina wal fofe sa dia si as kaini biro service delivery be kan ku development asipie to tuni ba ku emi bugare ke malon piki me apiki sorry te odu ko mavo to mere bara ko tiesi gameta mare biro gameta urube yemini ni kuri gameta members of parliament mabas gameta man declare kapala te silingi bani fere erbeni azingele dwani ani nzla de mejo klete me anja dia borle andra man sime bare erni man nzla sitie de mazi zire tinia ndra nzla de yakini akini erni nzla beto nzla ngo video ko askuru nzla ki karakara Ayivu west eminer mamara dozo Ayivu west akora Ayivu east ya central land kindira man ko nzla de zaro ndeni ani le ba mun nzla de dadini banda da meti de mi amivu idi kan sini azingaria emiti 12 de bayi mba de ki jama ite ba kini ini azingaria le moti zo anja mar malia anje ko timo surako mu kileti alurlele ma bibi ndile asku bar mas ka kicha ka kizo anja malia anje otibo ezo anje ke ko dia imamute ani mbaba ni fairi kanazia na zinga zo de malia alia mana ziyar mangaro onyiru with quality asku ba ka di malia bo le dia fander market with perfect designs mai mivu support minimum fi amani duari baro pili duari tutuni eri leba fezu eri local materials bane mutezo mivu de mai mivu kakimu mivura local materials ke mivu kan kutie mivu ani emi negotiate ke ajen muke eri ani ba support ya bendini ba yo man kan kimin duara slingi menga majari yako slingi ga gametevu te obolos ayo manira adri loy tima gersa yora ma parliament yon jenja kinanje okurin neko mayon joki ma pariendi mayon jagu ma pariendi mayon jo yufim pariendi yo tita kwa dia boy niri mayon je denga sporanje parliament yako afaman yokori oda pepe kai fo kartasi azeman oda pepe ni ma okoni afadi send me Ayivu ordri me mu send city ma me adri me send speaker badri city yade mazimatia eyo di mudi anu de kado ni tani kado njilani arule kingonia askuni niki area daga ke mandeni sad bele malera e demand information fe what is akira erinziladi and then ma dirba askuni chom gura kuma de bi pariya worani mai kan kun piya zibi ani liya manjila mini ni awadi aleta nzila ba worba mai denjila dira te diga mete kusende chako ata meyo ninjada Ayivu andara aleti mai denjila amandro Onduparaka-Andelizu ya Ayivu west usive yongoni Ayivu andara rinjila mini tirin goya ani ama balance dige amani femina Ayivu west ya dire mungu le miras dire mungu kusi next is going to be Ayivu east ama farikio sadini ba te bayo njila ndere dire mukesi kisrar ma biar man njila ku emini mi afala la ki otiri ya njila de mo please ma take public control uran ba ki on suru kusi kadu benga dijaga yo mani munjo do ndo madar ku amemuta mani mudiri njila by flag off ametonti atinjinia ni binga zu Kampala do mu azingalo amakokoro erlo azifa fade neko askwala kini senda njila revolusi rebino tuto ya fast plus aya erma plan na malia afaba de mjara deni Calvert Kingwa Maram Kingwa and then Woody njila ma says ba musiki denga supodi e yo yerte kuru amechota fe a good man ya sibe de neko mechakin samanu locally dan barsi levin madia rakaka mangani mo zinga nindo ani ala dia wal fofe where are you amadia wal fofe bi erni on der ki results tema si bazabe city de malia afa me apili biz kizu nyanya road units equipment de ki babu do ayo Hata the kivili ba ni kubadi mudi ingazo iri pe Kampala. Amadri mi PST ya diar abangalu tu budget mali order. Budget mu P 2026 Malia. Cities moving to Malia. Road units equipments. Kan ku machines let dabadi. Baba dinga ile Malia lo le fadis. Ani sa dia sama ka kesen de dile. Selinga mali Diaro city billion ya alo. Dile desu city ni alo siri. Tutuni defect kutokoko baka mu greda I afavu Arua district furai kan kubake moi teregu kan kubake moi amanei bari madio kolovu balu muzo afari haya zuri million tourna plus haya ringalo checking sama sente tradabo azin sabin tielu kiso meselia azin se fevini mangaku yo senda lo albe gameta de malia ora ingavini ire ayuria ani bala madedi marisi mikisu ne senda mani eli alo billion alo rent let desuda maziti be yoani at grade dibele ni New York. So this time at least mashua budget mala baba tira amadia si bazebekini 15 cities kinga muima road units equipment kisu full set indinga having pressure modrian jilani zarzo de ki onvi orara eli to di mala ba farin jila ki clinico ko grade as ki yo ba farki yi always having feminine always ba fakivene ko and it be a challenge na mani dwa tawar fo mungu ni ando fayor yo jezuraris yo karma njoro mo
maybe yo stamana via lori mon kalara brother ye mo city de odiri brother lori sende min na bono property tax ete ta se buka dukan sidile kan kwa kusi hotel ni kan kwa kusi choze ne barendia asta gamete vur malia jora no mosoro azuba bombe property tax musoro da spa ne ba se no duku ba fe ba se na allowance ko zini kina azini alori nzilanzu azina mberi siriri gasi ata unele rombusu azina bana serere ati banba street light ni bazu absolument on the sasidi sende de kefu kilira amable division-Arua nzila man le bamba ati dunia sola se e dio fe dalere Onduparaka kefu raria te grade aruma sura smeto feminra askul mai mable town clerk yazin mable engineer division-Arua ama members of Arua city roads committee me on the sasidi city council dale procurement process bar grade on the askul sende ban trouble sabar grade on the grade amate billion alo dunia million turiri
ati level ifuru malia ba
kalera
level ifuru
grade na ye mu fit denga central government ku da fiku da ke mu saba grade nga diri trigaze mini tipa se kamu briki du tinye du oni du tipa nga vini yiri banga vina over banga vina adi yedi man gar saz malia mu ne fer baza kora te you as man le avikure zilanga zo ru ta uni asa zo liedi eri yundra manzelana others minister works manzelana teoru dia se ba ki ganzela di amani zela do vina amani ku te good news man lu mini ba mazia ni munguri ofun man yor ya ibodo ni ku alenzela de ba usimi dimu the next malia ti akade ba usimi di malia ba ka tirarsi ngani tsapere ngwaku lieku amavuru nga singo kaivoko then point dia nge muri mo singwa oruka nisa matira echoka nga ring road ya skite division mesele community barrier ti amayonze sasidi ertile amana para bazu usimi di US yiri mama voma kiliba agwese mo ya banzela ba odi ko US yiri ale amana ba mete usimi tisrate US yiri alori le yudrafa minister of works mafia mana waraka it's asking the last day ni bo te send ngo of yours ameto e do city e chazo Onduparaka de dera waraka da zibo man gar so ga akura na be ri mayon zedi tam kala kinga Kampala usimi di meeting ya ndi atenisi erti bana ndo meeting ya erti bana ndo ofisiati so erti la mama su iri fu ba ye clearance boya send the fit next ma clearance ba ka yara aya minister of works kamane permission fenzera de madriara ale mina assurance fake ne rifura ba nuvu ero so Onduparaka cha sta uniade sasa malaria idera erin dibini idera manga mekisua borobora state bangere ba design maliende afo kumini fo paso bamu batinda emo pare borobora state kinga design maliende to bandi ta uniade ale efini kene inveni bi batinda ba vini mo panzele tiere hapo state kinga arti sara ka dibini tsarani agwa zir ma bibiki yo banir mandule kiliko de morti ba stage yo baba ni raru reflector jacket perma piki kichiri morke dan erengane femia de safe ben alu de mine mungu zuas kuna amada le yone malia asile se kata feruf si malia wori dikabe tete chadarala called official launch of routine maintenance of Onduparaka-Andelizu road, which road was lobbied by the woman member of parliament Osoru from Ministry of Works But then it was still a UNRWA.
No. It was still
Ministry of Works.
Yes.
But you know, UNRWA was working for Ministry of Works. So this thing took place 2.5 years ago. And the contractor came on site. But because of the merger between UNRWA and Ministry of Works, so the contractor couldn't get funds in time to execute the works. So it was yesterday that the contractor came and started the work. Now, as leaders here, we're asking ourselves, who is this contractor? How much is the money? Is it going to be a mere grading? Is there going to be maram? Are they going to do compacting? What's going to be the quality of the road? And how many kilometers will the road be? How about the social safeguard? Because we have young girls on the road. What will the team of contractors do to our girls? If they get the marams, are they going to pay our local people? Are they going to fill the borrow pit? Are we going to plant the trees by the roadside? So we asked a lot of questions. We decided as the leadership of Ayivu division that we sit with the contractor in our offices and team of stakeholders to understand all this. So after now that meeting, the contractor was able to guide us that all of you members of the community take note that this road has been contracted to the contractor who is here, who will later tell you his details. But I wanted to know him because you are going to help him in the 6th month that he's going to execute this work, and his team, and the engineer is also there. The engineer, I wanted you to be visible because many times you'll be the one at forefront. Please, can you be visible? So from the point 00 here, the LC1 chairman here is this one here.
Yes.
You take note, every leader that you get along the way will help you in one way or the other. It is ending towards the bigger road.
Yes.
Number 2, it will facelift the division headquarters. Number 3, we have very many institutions here, ranging from schools, training centers, most of the institutions mentioned them. And the road also links up DR Congo. So most of the products from DR Congo come to our markets via this road. So we decided that let it be this road, that this time we can work upon, then tomorrow we can also do another road. So we are not going to speak a lot of English here. We are here to do what is called official launch. So the law provides that any work like this must be officially launched, ideally by the office of the resident city commissioner or the other DCs. So we have been with them in a meeting, they have asked for another meeting. But overall, our supervisors here, the woman and member of parliament, so now do the launching on all our behalf. Please take note that if you have maram, good maram along this road, the contractor will want maram in the process of doing this work. Don't overcharge him. You do it in a fair way that can fit within his bill of quantity, so that this small money can also help our community. Number 2, let us protect their team. Now, for those of you who are young people, he is going to recruit some people to do some manual labor on the road. But let these people be properly identified by the LC1s.
Yes.
We don't want drunkards. Because when we recruit drunkards, after payment of 1 week, they are going to run away and start drinking. Tomorrow they don't come. So I've seen your faces, at least they are not drunkards here. If there are those who drink, they are not drunkards. They did small in the evening.
Yes.
That one I can confirm from your face. So he's here at your disposal. You will help him. I think I wanted you to say something small. Then we'll invite the woman member of parliament to launch. This is a busy town. There are no gardens here. They are supposed to be doing work for them to get money. So ayo mafia mabiliara. Iyo tema leba manira. Urkes bakazi zingabo. Bazini azingapi kurikifi. Urini fi drama biliarle. African inzala de famai. Umane mpini committee banove national economy Maria parliament ya. Oru ini finance year 2023 ni closure si. Aiki minister of works in African inzalas. Bemu at least ya maramba. So eribina simba so manu go sia mas inzala de pay. Ba ndi bana ndo yazuli. Ale ando yoro mari camera madridia. Agwa zika dusimu drone mo urini mo drone biliarle. Afa inzala de fama yani. Amangana fareke ayu nyozu tusikini yori yendra ya medivina ndo adu sadin roli leba so yeta man musu diardi iyo asikiti ngarti wara be seria bana sikki ngaradia bi mi diari ba ma teima azini ni chongara mi ngara na afamana ngale maram pule kan gon gondi kadu mi buti mi cho musi inira sende million turto wi aloro brazera maria sende az maram pini gon le ma ovini gwa aru sitiria dinba ita yo amane gari so most important your details.
Yes. Hey, our company is called Contractor Limited. We are the one working on this road. Let us work together and we have a successful project.
Nzeladi erimita kalina. But for now, we are opening it to 10 meters, but the remaining distance will be planted by trees with the help of our environment officers. Take note that Onduparaka-Andelizu road is already in the physical development plan of Arua city. It is 30 meters. My happiness is that from here up to Andelizu itself, nobody has built within the 30 meters reserve, because our communities are cooperative and we have sensitized them. For now, we are opening 10 because the resources are not enough. But take note that this road is 30 meters. So the remaining distance we shall plant it with the trees. I think that's very, very important. Because people ask, you have been telling us 15, after 30, how come it has come to 10?
Matata! Matata! Matata!
Yeah, this road, this Andelizu and the Onduparaka-Andelizu road, at the time when I was in the committee, we all asked the committee, we asked the committees, being members of the committee of national resources, is there a way that we can also benefit our cities or districts or administrative units where we lead can benefit from? Then automatically we were told one way or the other you could choose what you preferred that people would benefit from. Then I chose, before I chose the road, I called my mayor, the mayor of Ayivu Division, because I'm a representative of the city, and for them being 24/7 around the people, I specifically requested him if he could identify for me one road in the entire city, because I was only given one road in the entire city that the ministry will come and work on, that is too bad, that need the attention of central government. And indeed, he chose Andelizu, Onduparaka-Andelizu road. So when he chose the road, I gave him the name. On my behalf, he chose the road, and I gave him the road to the ministry. Then it was UNRWA, but unfortunately, because of the merger, that was 2 years ago, by the way, and this road was supposed to be worked on 2 years ago. But now later on, when the contractor came back, that's a year ago, they did the ground breaking of this road, and the contractor promised to come back after two weeks. From there, he disappeared. He did not show up. It was until yesterday, that's when he showed up. And his coming here was, he reacted to my concern on floor of parliament. I raised the matter. I informed parliament that indeed Onduparaka-Andelizu road is in a bad state, that it has not been worked on for the last 5 years. We would request if the contractor that came to do groundbreaking comes on ground and does what he promised the people of Arua city. So when I raised that matter on floor of parliament, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Nabanja, gave her response. He said within the few months, if the contractor does not show up in Arua city, she will come personally on ground to come and check the state of the road. And indeed, she made sure that for the few months she gave before she could come on ground, the contractor came within the time limit she gave us. So here he comes yesterday, and he wanted to start off work like that. Ours is, you know, these are different administrative units. This is Arua local government. I may work in the central, but when you come, you give respect to the leaders you find. Because you never can tell who will supervise you if you do not have a courtesy visit in their offices. You don't just come from Kampala and start working off. No. we can't do things that way. So ours is, as the contractor comes and starts off work today, we want him to clarify to us what exactly is he going to on that road. And then second, the standard of the road as of now, because we have so many culverts that needed to be fixed along this road. And according to what we have seen, from this same contractor, they have made culverts. I think they have placed them somewhere there. And my question is on the quality. Is that the quality of the culverts we should put on this road? This road is very big. And the widening, we are now in the city. We don't want to bring the traffic jam from Kampala to the city again. So this opening of these roads, excuse me, working on this road needed broader extension of these roads. We want to exchange when we are traveling or when another vehicle is coming. Are we able to exchange on this road? We should stop narrowing this road since now it is a city. Cities should look a city. Now as the contractor comes in, ours is specifically want him to put us through, and we shall also tell him what we shall supervise, by the way, here together with the local leaders and our city engineer at the same time.
How much was this money you lobbied for this road?
The money was, I can't be so sure. I can't really tell the exact figure, but it's not small money as per se, because from here to the from Onduparaka here to the border is some good kilometers. So we want Mariam here to be put on this road at the same time to open up widely. I know in the new arrangement we're supposed to open up 30 meters. That's what I know. And this road qualifies to be part of, and including this big one, the Arua, the Lear Road, Lear Custom Road. Yeah. So it's what we are witnessing today, and we thank God that indeed, if we work with government like this, it also motivates some of us, even if it has taken time. Some may say it's because now companies are coming, that's when they have come to work, or no. For his delay, we were told it is because of the merger. And remember, the RAPEX that has been ongoing, the rationalization that has been ongoing, merging UNRWA into the Ministry of Works has actually made, not only in Arua City, the entire country, things go, it has slowed service delivery everywhere. Not only the Ministry of Works alone, but other ministries too as well. But if they can respond to our cause, then we say, thanks be to God.
What is the economic viability of this road for the people?
Of course, this road is like Lear Road, Dumi Lear Road. You know, this road, people use it so much for the market. This is the road that they can access. This is another alternative to Congo. And most people who are fetching, who is in this road, they do a lot of marketing in Congo. This is the other side of Nyovura, and even this other side of Ondamachaku too as well, this other road. So this road is actually giving government a lot of money, especially the local revenue. How? When our people go outside there and they go to trade with Congo, at the end of the day, the taxes are paid here internally in Arua City, and which later these taxes are sent to the consolidated fund in the central government. So this road does not only, they don't only use it for business purposes, it has so many, by the way, so many use. Imagine our farmers are transporting so many things from their gardens to the market, even from the market elsewhere for sale, including our movements of the animals too as well, including human movement, so security at the same time. So this road is really key, is very important. We cannot only have one road, by the way. Where there is need of security, how will you escape? We need even to have more alternatives of road, whereby when you use a Dumi Lear Road, you don't have to come back from the other side. You can also use another alternative of coming back. But the nature of our coverage of roads in Ayivu, Division, in Ayivu West, this is how it has placed us, and we have to respect the ones that are there in the system. With time, I know more openings will come. But what I'm saying is accountability has to be given. Value for money. Yes, value for money has to be there. When they're working on all these roads, does it add up to the money that was given? We do not want the scenarios where road has been worked on, and after being worked on, you are called back 1 year or 2 years, and then they are saying the same road is in a bad state. Or when they are telling this, like for instance, this Adimilia road, the contractor then who worked on this road made a lot of errors. This road was they were supposed to put first class maram, but to our surprise, he just went and picked soil and they dumped it everywhere. Soil, not even a first class maram. Now you can imagine in the budgeting from the Ministry of Works, it is indicated we need maram, first class maram to be on these roads. But for you as a contractor, you come and now adjust your own things. If there's poor supervision, what can they control and monitoring? If it's not done there, then automatically they'll have no value for money.
What is the component expected on this road? Are we also expecting first class maram, or
there are so many things? From the time when I lobbied, my statements were very clear. The road has been in a mess for the last 5 years. No grade has gone on this road. Now imagine with the pouring of the rainfalls that we have been having in every season, it has damaged the road. Not only this road, there could be so many roads if finances could allow. There are many roads we would refer the Ministry of Works to work on. But because even us, it was just a bonanza to us. That's what I can say. To me, actually, that's how this road was chosen. Now, there are so many things to be done on this road, including the installations of the culverts, because in my statement, when I was lobbying for this road, I specifically requested if they can put first class maram, not only on this road, by the way, any road that is done in the city. We could do that because it can stay for long. We do not want to cause government a lot of losses. We do not want to cause government a lot of losses. We are saying any road to be worked on. Since now we are now at the status of the city. Why don't we have? Our is supposed to be, of course, tarmac, but there is no money. Now, if there is no money, why don't we only do first class maram for now? And they stay for such a long time, by the way. And these rates of accidents, even to avoid all that, you can imagine somebody is traveling with the consignment. They are using this road maybe to transport their goods to Congo or from Congo to this way. Imagine the cargo vehicle is just falling off on the road like that. Case of this man, just like here, the other day, a big vehicle fell here because of the bad spots. Even this road needs to be worked on, simply because the other previous contractor erred and poured a lot of soil instead of putting maram. So where does that money go? A lot of things. That's what we are waiting for the engineer to come and explain to us. What is the scope? What does he have on his table before the local leaders?
The maintenance of this road was lobbied by the Honorable Osoru from the ministry. Now we are happy the ministry has given us the contractor. But the contractor should have started work after having a meeting with the local leaders. We should have told him what to do. For example, the contractor is already making culverts. We don't know the quality of those culverts because our engineers never supervised. 2, he is making the road very narrow. We want the road to be opened once and for all so that in future we don't have the headache of going for reopening this and that. So this is the reason we want to have an interface with the contractor, and he should listen from us and do the right thing. This road stretches from here on the Onduparaka Training Center here up to Andelizu in Inyofra. That's all we want from the contractor.
Under which fund is this road being done?
I think the woman MP lobbied the funds from the ministry. It is directly funded by the Ministry of Works.
So it's not under part of the 1 billion?
No, it is not. Fund. This is a special project lobbied by the woman MP, the Honorable Osoru.
Maybe as you're calling for the expansion of the road, have you brought into consideration issues of people's properties along the road? Maybe they will call for compensation.
The road is going to be expanded within the road reserves. The road reserves are not affected. If you have done something within the road reserve, now that is something we cannot negotiate about with you.
Just the last one. What has been the economic benefit of this road?
This road, a lot of traders food produce items from Congo, from the border, all come to the town from that road. And it takes a lot of traffic.
Okay, just one in Lubarati. Nziladi Morodri meaning on hire contractor Edwa Izi Mikokoro.
Nziladi after our four afan saru, after our four honorable Osoru more ni saru, the woman yumpi amavele Arua City day, Munda Nziladi ini engazu ministry works Valeria. Nzilantera bafera manera yo aman led yare. Contractor dengan dia dua sikuru lenda memu amafu bepe ima timu asinga dua asinder inga urangosi angoni adle lenda masi amara contractor emulubo edo hemu kalvati de kalvati ni deda ba amavle engineer de andrini pamune re diala ngoni re andriku eri contractor sa se bin njila dia jisu wala beler ma paria contractor njila de omvi di yo aman le kurgi afeti ben ni contractor memu sar sa memu rirki eyon dimal bisutir semanga njo yo asia memu yo de loire no papier majinjela de wala choti aya ringaba mamle de masa konjela de morudi ambo arskonere nyakami ne mkichua kaka ngazu kala no modier bele badi njela de ayuka yijindo.
To give you a very small background of why we're here, I received a call from the woman member of parliament almost 2.5 years ago that in their committees of national economy in the Parliament of Uganda, they had a relation with the Minister of Works where they were given some kilometers of road to be undertaken. And that the works will include putting manure. Now, why she called me was, she normally has a practice of working together with local leaders. She was in Kampala, was in Arua. So she wanted me to identify one of the roads that could have been a problem for the community so that we would zero down on that road. So it was an urgent call, and it couldn't allow me time to consult council, it couldn't allow me time to consult anybody. But very well knowing the conditions of our roads, I told her maybe we could consider Onduparaka-Andelizu road. Somebody may ask why we zero down on this road. This road is about 7.5 kilometers, about 5.7 kilometers, but the technical people will say the actual figures. And along the way, we have very many institutions ranging from primary schools, nurseries, we have worship institutions, we have training centers, many of them. And it is the road that connects us to DR Congo, apart from Arua DR Road. So it is a feeder road. It is bigger than the community access road. And it passes via the division headquarters. So the traffic on it is very heavy. And it is the road also that brings a lot of product to the rural city central market. So we decided that we will undertake this one here. Now, accordingly, I want to thank the woman member of parliament. If it were not because of her, we would not be seated here. Why I want this thing to be official and also on camera is because many times, if we are undertaking some works here, it is time for mobilization. Anybody jumps from anywhere and says, I am the one doing this work. So today, we want this to be very, very official. And I want that statement to be on record. Now, having given you that background, later, I received a team of the contractor. I'm not aware whether my brother here was personally there with the engineer, but your team members came on site. I was the one who took them from here to Andelizu. Along the way, we addressed communities in the 20 centers, telling them this road will be undertaken and people should be prepared. Now, I don't know why it is because of the amount of between UNRWA and the Ministry of Works to do all this time, almost over 2 years. But also last year before I fell sick, I think the team of contractors also came on ground and there was a launch on this road. And the launch was done from here in front of our offices. I wasn't there, engineers here, I think they were there. It was before my town clerk here and the RSC's office was represented. I think this road was lost. Now, my expectation was that now, this time around, when the contractor is resuming site, he will now come and take us on us. Take us on us so that we know you. and we introduce you to our staff. And also you tell us where possible we should be able to help you. You are coming to do this work within our community, and we are the leaders here. So, Mr. Contractor, I want to forgive you from my heart. Because when I called you yesterday, I was in the company of my town clerk. I asked you whether it would be good for us to sit at 8 in the morning. We principally agreed in 4. He was my witness. Actually, we should have stopped the operator from continuing until we would sit formally with you like this. But we said, no, this is our work. Please continue, but let us sit. And what I expected this morning was that you would formally explain your challenges of the bank delays and so to us, we're human, we understand. I want to pray that this is not your character, but it was just a challenge. That is my prayer. And I want to promise you that we will give you the needed support. Because we badly need this road. The city has taken effect. Most of our roads are in bad shape. So I want to pray that going forward, take note that you recognize that there is leadership here. You recognize that the office of the president is in the city here. You recognize that this road was lobbied by the woman member of parliament who is very, very interested. And at some point, your team will appear through the ministry before her. So I felt it was important that we sit here. Now, members, after giving us this small background, what are my concerns? Number one, my concern is the scope of works. And that information will empower us to do better supervision and monitoring on behalf of the community. What entails the scope of work? Number one, we want to understand the budget. We are not interested in any coin in this work, but we are saying it's only good manners to be aware of how much the works will cost. Number two, we also want to be aware of the period of work, period of the execution of the works. Number three, we also have an interest in the quality of culverts you are making. If we had such a meeting priorly, maybe some of our engineers would have also helped you. Because at the end of the day, after finishing this work, you move away from the city. The communities will now hold us accountable and say we're the ones who did this work. So should there be any problem, we will fail to answer. So I felt that you give us assurance of the quality of culverts. And also our other interest is the quality of material you're going to use, like maram and others. And also as a local leader, if there are chances of the local community getting involved in doing some manual work, please give them. Give them, and we will thank you for that. And the other thing is the length in terms of kilometers of this road. The other day we inspected from here up to Andelizu. Roads are all about connectivity. You can't stop road on the way, it must end on another road. So I hope the full length will be covered. The other interest I have as a person is, Arua city is a city which has already secured physical development plan. So any works that we do, any infrastructure in the city must really speak to the physical development plan. And that is my topmost interest. So accordingly, it is the reason the engineers here. You will guide us. Because when I spoke to the operator yesterday, he said he has been instructed to do 6 meters. You will tell us what it means to do a feeder road in a city. You will tell us. So that the contractor can guide us. We are not aware of the size of the contract sum, but how can that speak to the ideal size of this road? My interest is, other than the maram, by the way, my interest will be the width. Because at the end of the day, people are already developing the city. So should people develop including road reserves, I can tell you. You see, why we have decided to do the entire physical development plan, we don't want another Kampala in Arua city. When you go to Kampala now, from Boisa here to go to Arua Park, you spend 2-3 hours. Somebody who goes on foot reaches Arua Park before you. And it was from Boko here, you can take 5 hours. Having driven in a bus for 7-8 hours, you are going to spend more hours. And yet it hits in the bus. So we don't want another Kampala in Arua. So we want our roads to be as open as possible. Now, another interest we have here is now social. I hope you will address your work as well, so that they don't touch on the underage girls. Some time back, contractors come here, they do work, they interact with the underage girls, it results into pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, and they run away. You know, normally when it takes place, nobody seeks our consent, and it is a private thing. So, but when it happens, the committees run to us and say, but the other day, you brought for us a contractor, and his team gave us babies. So we fail to account for them. So please address your team members. Let us also know that there's HIV and AIDS. Let's guard against that. I pray that you'll be able to address your team. I'm not saying there are no HIV and AIDS in Arua City. I also don't want you people to be infected. Yes? Another interest we have here is that you may get some local materials from the community. Things like Maram, I know you're not going to ferry them from another district. You get them from here. Please, when you get them, negotiate well, but make sure you pay them. We don't want situations where the work gets finished, you go back, people come to us and say, my Maram was excavated, and so on. And when you excavate Maram, please make sure that you fill the borrow pit. Now, lastly, I want you to guide us of where you want us to help you. Without you know we have started helping you. It's the reason my DPC is here. Apart from being the mayor, I am the chairman of security of the division. So I am very interested in how safe you and your team will be here in the division. So without you knowing, the DPC has started accommodating your machine, and this morning I saw the roller arriving. So why did you appreciate all this by staying away from us? So, and for the RSC who is here, this office is the chief government monitor of all projects. And by the way, they report directly to His Excellency the President. So it can only be healthy for us to interact like this so that they get the basic information. Then they will be able to help you. Other than that, we feel we should take charge, so informing the community now that the work has started. You never know, somebody may have bricks by the roadside, somebody may have some trees standing, somebody may have some plantation of other things, structures and so on. I think it is important that we take charge. Now, as I sit down, we want you to guide us, because we have a team of the engineers of the city, now here represented by the division engineer. And we feel that all the roads now in the city must be surveyed, coordinates must be deep, and it must be entered into our system. So later, after my remarks, and that of the one MP, after giving us your presentation, we will expect more interaction with now our staff. Then later, the team here will close. So I felt I needed to put this before you in good faith. But I want to thank you for finally coming. I truly understand that you were delayed. You didn't refuse to come. And your face can clearly speak that you are not running away from us. So we are here to your disposal to help you. We want the best. So at the end of the day, if we achieve this road, you would have achieved for us our coming back. You would have achieved the votes for the president along this road. So let's not take it for granted. Hey, don't take it for granted. So when anybody asks you, you say if it was not because of the president, if it was not because of the woman MP and the mayor, I will not be here.
Protocol observed, woman MP, Deputy RSCC, Town Clerk, DPC, and the council leaders, and the media coverage. Now, a brief history about the road. It was awarded actually in 2022. But due to the constraints of the government, we were halted to go ahead with the works because the resource envelope was a bit constrained. So we came and launched last year, but still there came a transition of UNRWA being amalgamated into what? Into Ministry of Works. So there was still a constraint, and we tried working it out with the ministry. Now we are fully starting the road as of today. The road is 6 months. The contract period is 6 months. The contract period is 6 months, and we're very much aware that we have to work with the community because we are new people in the area, and we are going to work with the community, with the local leaders, so that we all have success, because we cannot have the success alone. We have to be a team to have the success together. We share the success together. Because the local materials, we are going to get them from the area. We are going to need labor. We can't bring people from Kampala. We have to employ the locals so that we harmonize as a team and we win together. Now, about the scope of works, there are so many. Okay, to manage the expectations, the road, as designed with the Ministry of Works, it is a Class 2 feeder road. And Class 2 feeder roads, the carriageway is usually 5.4 kilometers. 5.4 meters. The carriageway. Then once you put on the shoulders into the drainage, it comes to 7 meters. But the carriageway where traffic passes is 5.4 meters. Then as you put on the shoulders, it stretches to 6.5 or 7, according to the what? Because there is a lag there, but we can go to 7. But now another instance is as you traverse the road from 00 going to the other side of Andelizu. The road here is a bit wide. We shall maintain, even if it's beyond 7 meters, we shall maintain the existing width. But as you traverse the other side of Andelizu, the road narrows. So we shall go back to the dimensions in our BOQ. We shall go back to the dimensions in our BOQ. But here where the road is a bit wide, away from the scope of what we are supposed to do, we shall maintain the way the road it is. Even if it's 10, we shall we shall accommodate that width and have that width as we move forward. But the areas that are here, because we don't want to maintain, we don't want to have, say, 10 meters wide here, and the other side we have to encroach into people's plots. And it would bring a friction between the locals and the contractor, which would not give us success at the end of the day. But we shall maintain, where the road is wide, we shall keep that width. But the other areas towards Andalusia, which are a bit narrow, we shall maintain what is in our BOQs and what is in the specifications of the road. Whereby the carriageway of the road, carriageway is where the traffic passes, where the cars and everything, yes, pass. It is supposed to be 5.4 meters. 5.4 meters. This is the contract document.
Width.
5.4.
5.4 meters.
Yes. And you can have a look at this. This is the design of the cross section of the road. And as you can see, it's across to 5.
You can go ahead, but we shall
go
to the field.
No, and another thing is, we are going to have a representative from your side, a technical representative from your side, and we shall photocopy these documents and give them to you. And also give a copy to the council, so that when you're coming on your visits, it guides you. Yeah. It guides you so that we work in harmony. Yes, so that we work in harmony. Apart from the specifications, also about the marrow, it's not a full gravel road. It's sport gravel. It is sport gravel. But we are trying to work with the engineer from Ministry of Works so that we can accommodate gravel the entire road, the entire stretch from 00 up to the end of the road. But it would mean that we have to eliminate a few of the things maybe we're supposed to do that don't affect the road so that we can accommodate the marrow. But in the BOQs, we are supposed to do only 4.5 kilometers of marrow out of the 8.1. That's what is in the BOQs. But we are trying to talk to the engineer from Ministry of Works if we can gravel the entire road and maybe find a way how we can accommodate and leave out a few things. Because if we work on the drainage of the road properly and we have a full gravel road, the gravel gives it a better lifespan for the what? For the road. Because if we gravel the entire road, it gives us a better lifespan for the road. Then about the materials, you talked about the materials. Yes, we shall talk with the locals. test, before we get the maram from any area we shall get, we have to subject the maram to tests. Once they pass the specifications in the BOJ, those are the places we shall excavate maram from and apply to the road. Then another thing about Mayor, you talked about the payments. Usually also the locals price us out. You come to an area whereby we need to get maram. Instead of, and someone can tell you that I'm selling my maram or gravel at say maybe 30 million or 20 million. And really in these contracts, and it's not accommodative. You get it, it's not accommodative, but still we shall work with you so that you help us in those aspects. Then you talked about inclusivity. We have a team that is coming on board. We just arrived 2 days back. Other members are coming on board. We have a social worker who is coming on board. And also we are looking around if we can get a social worker from the area because of the language barrier. We are looking for a social worker from the area so that we can harmonize our team with the locals. And obviously the labor we shall get it from the area, and we shall always work out well, have proper documentation of whoever we are using or whoever we are employing on our side, and the proper remuneration to what we have here. Then social responsibility, obviously we shall have to talk to our workers that they need to keep away from certain activities and certain behaviors. And I believe we shall live in harmony. Because at least me personally, I've been here. We have some other roads under Yumna that we've been working on in the other side of Terego, and Madiokolo. But we shall harmonize and work together as a team. I promise we shall harmonize and work together as a team. Other specifications we shall deliver them to the engineer, and the engineer will make more communication to the local council.
There are many challenges of this road. The time of season of the rain, I think now it is okay to make this road. I'm very happy.
What has been the challenge?
The challenge is the challenge of the rain, the season of rain. The road is not okay. If you make this road a good tarmac, let me say the good maram, the quality of maram, I think it is be better.
Okay.
Knows that the roads are all about design, but the request was if the clearance width can be quite uniform, like somewhere it's already 10, if the clearance, just post clearance, if you could do to that level. One, when you're doing so, you're going to expose some of these electric poles which are too close. Okay. Then it can come easy for us to now communicate to them because there are new lines of telecom which are too close that the more we continue with this kind of design standard, we cannot achieve proper width for the roads within the city. So it's a community outcry. And also practically, that's the biggest challenge with the cities. Unless we leave the design standards on paper and get to practice and create road corridors. There are two ways. By doing the clearance to that width, and then also the other is now planting trees within the reserves. So the request was if we can come up with the first step of clearance, because that's what speaks most to our people. It speaks louder because the road was backed up to here. And when we were doing opening, it was the same thing. We cleared up to 12 meters. We well know that within design, the carriageway is smaller. So we graded it to around 8, inclusive of the drains. So that people now know roads within the city are not narrow. You get it? It is what they understand better. It's what they understand better. But now, just because of the resource constraint, what I know is you may do what you are doing. However, consider the community outcry of if you could maintain the 10 clearance, just clearance. For us, for the standard of the gravel, it is okay. We can maintain the gravel. Our people, I think they're used to earth road in their minds. What they may not mind geography. What they know is the road is wide enough. So this is a request.
Just to bring the environment office on board, because I'm here the aspect of trees. So we have him here if there are any issues for him to take note of.
So, Mr. Contractor, I think what we're going to do the two approach. Help us do the clearance to the 10 meters. It will serve a great deal for the community. Then on our part, we now plan for tree planting, at least to reserve the road corridors. I think it's also what we have already begun in our own division setting. We are attempting to plant trees even up to the roads which are still earmarked as the Tiro roads. That's where we're heading. So it will help us achieve these goals of road development. That's the important thing. And then for other correspondences, we shall be together. Communications, the documentations, we shall be together. Yeah.
The Deputy RCC in charge of Ayivu. I want to thank the team for having turned up. We started on a bad note, but we ended now friends. Mr. Contractor, what I want to say is that we are available, and it is all about teamwork. Secondly, it is 6 months, but if you do it even in 4 months, there is no problem. For us, we want quality. You don't take time that because it is 6 months and you stay here, you stay no. For us, we are about quality. If you can do it in 4 months, well and good. Also, I want to thank His Excellency the President for good leadership. Arua wasn't like this. I'm a man who used to trade here before he appointed me to be RCC. I could come here, but I could spend 3 days on the road because of the poor road. And the hotels here, the only hotel where we used to stay is that one opposite Nile Star. Pacifica. That was the hotel here where some of us would go. So there is a lot of development, and the Arua city is promising. My appeal is to the political leadership here to work as a team. I want to thank in a special way Honorable Osoru for her effort to see that this road and many other projects that she has managed to secure for us. As one of the speakers said, don't stop here, please continue, and the estate grows by logging. Yes, we can look far, even you can travel, you can partner this city with another city in Europe or where, and then we get, that's how we can develop. So I want to thank you very much. And I want to thank His Worship the Mayor for having called this. We waited for this thing for long, and we were questioning the Honorable. Where is the road? Where is the road? Because we came here, we launched. She wasn't around. She had traveled. She was outside the country. but we love the heart to be on your machine.
A part of it.
Yeah, if you can do that today, it will be appreciated. With all that, I want to thank you and wish you the best.